Hey guys, what's going on? So today is a bit of a different video for me. I've been getting a lot of questions about my thumbnails, right? My thumbnails are the bomb, right? And you'd be surprised, they're actually done for free in a program that is basically just free Photoshop. So I want to give these guys some extra press because they deserve it. They're the goats for making this thing available. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use a free program that's just like Photoshop to go from making thumbnails that look like this to thumbnails that look like this. If you enjoy this video, it helps you out for how to make thumbnails, or you want to be a YouTuber or something like that, make sure you share this video and leave a like on it. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so here we are on the site. What you're going to be looking for is Photopea.com. Type that into Google. You should be greeted with this. Look for this logo, and you're going to want to go and click on New Project. You can name it whatever you want. I'm naming mine Seattle because this is for my NHL 21 franchise mode with the Seattle Kraken. Go check it out if you're a hockey fan or you just want to see how this thumbnail turned out. It's on the channel called Johnny Hockey. Shameless plug. For width, you're going to want 1920 by 1080. This is important because this is optimal for YouTube thumbnails. And if you want just a color for your background, which is sometimes a good idea, like for example, if I like this pink type color, I would click it, and then you probably don't want the I saw the sign and all this stuff, so you can go on the right side here and you can just kind of delete it. And now, as you can see, I have a blank background, and I can just kind of put whatever I want on it. So what I would do for my Saints Row thumbnails is I would type in Saints Row, for example, the third PNG for like transparent, and I would kind of look through, and you're looking for the checkerboard in the background here, right? So let's say, see, this one's not because it's white in the back. Let's see if this one is. See how that loaded from white to checkerboard in the background? That's what you want. So I'm going to copy this image, and then I'm going to go back into Photopea, Control V, and boom, there you go. It's pasted in. So what I would do is I would maybe throw this in. I would usually have a purple background, but this is just an example for you guys here. And what I would do next is I would maybe open in place, and I would go and grab, I have like a Saints Row thing here, right beside the Michael Jordan crying meme. So you see how that came in here, and I would come in, and already that just looks way better than what a lot of people would have most of the time. So let's just say we did that, right? And we did something maybe along those lines, because we're tight for time. That actually doesn't look too bad. If I wanted to make it pop a little bit more, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go on the layer that you want to alter with. So I want to alter this guy. I'm going to double click on layer 1, and this is going to pop up. If I wanted to, I could go in and I could change the color of him. You see how this has a preset as red, and he's gone completely red? You can have some opacity there. So if you want to add like a shade of red, now he's like kind of faded. But we want to keep him the normal color that he is. What you want to do is you want to go in stroke, and then you can already kind of see it there. Usually a white stroke tends to catch the eye pretty well. Like, you see how that makes him just pop a little bit more, and you can size it a bit more. You can have it like all the way up to here, which is like crazy, and then you can have it a bit more modest. I would say something along those lines, right? And you can make that pop. You can do the same thing with the Saints Row image I just imported here. So you can go in and you can add a stroke once again and see how that makes it pop a bit more. Compared to like this, if you want to add a bit of a stroke, it just makes it pop a bit more so that it catches the viewer's attention, because that's what it is really, the thumbnail. That's all it needs to do. It needs to catch the viewer's attention and entice them to click on the video. I would usually throw like a 5 here or something depending on the game I'm playing, but that's kind of the gist if I were doing a Saints Row thumbnail. And I'll throw up some examples on the screen right now, some examples of Saints Row thumbnails I've done in the past, and it's really just this. I just imported the purple background, the Saints Row, I threw in the 5, and then I would Google PNG versions of the characters from Saints Row. Like, for example, I know if I put in characters here in Google, I would find some more. Like, you got Shondi here. You got another one. You got Oleg. Let's see if this one loads up. This one doesn't count because it's white. You got Pierce here. I love this one. This one really does a good job of catching the eye. That one and the Zemos one. So I just throw in here, copy, paste. And then for sizing, this is if you want to size it. This is important. You go up to Edit, Free Transform, and you can move it. But as you can see, if you just kind of move it around, see how it like kind of messes it up, right? You don't want that. So I'm going to delete that because I don't have the actual thing. Rebring it in. So what you want to do to avoid that is Free Transform and then hold Shift and then resize. See how it like keeps its same dimensions, its same proportions? So I could just like, here, I actually like the Pierce one better. Oh, wrong one there. So yeah, I can go and I can mess with this. And I like this a lot. All I would have to do, I would have to move this for purple instead. So say you realize like, oh, I like my other background better. You could go to Open in Place if you have it saved, or you can just go copy paste it in from Google. And then I have this right here. And I don't want it covering Pierce, right? So I can just click and drag here, and I can put it all the way to the bottom. And now it's being hidden by the pink background. I don't want the pink background anymore. So delete. And oh, it's not resized enough. What are we going to do? We're going to go to Free Transform. Okay. And you go and you resize it, and boom. I'm sure if you guys watch me, this looks a bit familiar now, I'm sure, for you Saints Row viewers who watch me for that. All right, we're back, and I've got my whole Seattle thumbnail. I just copy-pasted a PNG of NHL 21, and same thing for these two Seattle Kraken logos. And then I added a little bit of a tint to the Seattle background that I have here. I'll just show you guys what it is. I went back to color overlay, and then in blend mode, I put multiply. And then I can mess with the opacity. See how like this is at 100%? And then this is at 100%. Well, I just kind of found the middle ground there. Because I want a bit of a shade of blue because it kind of goes with the Kraken theme. And yeah. If you want to add some text, what you can do is you go to here in the type tool. And you can just click this wherever, right? So I'm going to just put the number 1 because it's the first episode. And this is your font up here. So I like the Galaxy font. I think this in Galaxy looks really good. It pops. It catches the viewer's attention. This is the size up here. So you can size it. And if you don't find that that's big enough, like I find for me personally that's really small, I'm going to move this personally to like 300. Press OK. There you go. And then as you can see, I've just typed in episode 1. And then I want to add a bit of a stroke like I have on the NHL up here. So you know the drill. You go in stroke. Not a white one, but a black one. And about that should be good. So now you can see everything that's kind of going on. And make sure when you want to move it, you can go up here. You can do it like this. You can also use Free Transform to change the size of your text if you want. But I like it at about this, I would say. And yeah, I mean, that's a pretty, honestly, for a thumbnail, I would usually put less stuff than there is right now. But because it's NHL, I want it to be big. I want it to be in your face kind of, so you click on it. But yeah, that's basically the basics on how to make it. And then when you want to export, you go up to File, and you don't do Save as PSD. You go to Export, and then you can do either PNG or JPG. I like doing JPG, and then I'm not sure if it's my computer or what, but I don't go all the way up to 100%. I stop at about 95, and then I do Save, and it's the template here, and then boom, you've got a JPG. And because we put the height and the width already at 1920 by 1080, when you go to put it into YouTube as your custom thumbnail, it's right here in downloads, by the way. When you go to put it into YouTube, it's already going to be properly sized. A lot of times people put in thumbnails and there's like black bars on the sides or on the top and the bottom. But when you have it like this, it's already properly sized. It's going to be perfect fit when you put it as your YouTube thumbnail. That's pretty much it, guys. I don't really have very many other tips to share with you guys. That's pretty much all I do for my thumbnails. If you guys have any other things that you want me to cover, or any other tricks or anything that is bothering you, you don't really know what to do about it, make sure you send me either a comment here or maybe talk to me on Twitter or something like that, and I'll try to help you out. Hope this tutorial helped you YouTubers that want to make custom thumbnails. And that's pretty much it for me, guys. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.